together, that you give us good fellowship, Lord, but that you'd also give us wisdom and discernment to make the best decisions, not just for the people that are here enforcing the law, but also for the citizens of this country. And Lord, I just ask that you continue to put a hedge of protection around these officers. Keep them safe, Lord, but that also that you would continue to bless each and every one of them and their families. And Lord, that you would protect the freedoms that we all enjoy, that were given to us by you. We love you and we praise you in your name. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Someone who says that I'm against abortion, but I'm in agreement with the inhuman treatment of immigrants who are in the United States. I don't know if that's pro-life.
So if anybody is paying attention to the current affairs in America, we have pastors and priests being attacked by ICE while protesting, and the Pope himself calling out the president for what he says is an unchristian immigration policy.
I understand the difficulty and the tensions, but I think as I myself have spoken in the past, it's important to look at many issues that are related to what is the teaching of the church. Someone who says I'm against abortion but says I'm in favor of the death penalty is not really pro-life. So someone who says that I'm against abortion but I'm in agreement with the inhuman treatment of immigrants who are in the United States, I don't know if that's pro-life. So they're very complex issues. I don't know if anyone has all the truth on them, but I would ask first and foremost that there be greater respect for one another and that we search together both as human beings, in that case as American citizens or citizens of the state of Illinois, as well as Catholics, to say we need to really look closely at all of these ethical issues and to find the way forward as church. Church teaching on each one of those issues is very clear.
Thank you. The movement to make America a Christian nationalist movement, and in a particular Christian point of view, is not going unnoticed by the head of the largest Christian religion in the world, Pope Leo. Pope Leo is the first American-born pope. He's from Chicago, and he's speaking out more and more, in particular around Trump's immigration policies. He sees this as the opposite of Christian teachings, how they are being treated, how migrants are being treated. Specifically, he spoke to a group of bishops and social workers from the U.S.-Mexico border, and he has received letters, evidently, from people who either have been treated or who know people who have been treated by the U.S. government in this despicable, inhumane way, and are asking for the Pope to intervene. He's asking the U.S. bishops to speak strongly on this issue. It could perhaps be in part, and this just one of the many videos we have seen. In this video, a mother was taken from her teenage daughter and her newborn baby from the streets, and we see neighbors trying to intervene, and we see the ICE throwing down and the police helping ICE throwing on the ground the teenage daughter who was running after her mother in despair because her mother is being torn away from her. These images we all see, those of us who believe in the Christian teachings, see this as the exact opposite of the Christian teachings. We see what Trump is saying, what the Marco Rubios, what Kristi Noems are saying as being the exact opposite of what we believe. And thankfully, there is a leader in one of the largest Christian organizations who's saying, yes, this is actually not the mantle that you are saying it is. It is the opposite of the religion that you should be practicing. Take a look at this video.
Stop! Stop, ma'am! Stop! 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 Stop right there. In your arms. Your arms. I got her arms. She's gonna go arrest. Arrest her right now. You're under arrest. She's under arrest. Please come down. I understand that we're
Tom Homan, Trump's border czar, is out there talking about migrants as if they are inhumane. He says that he is a Catholic. The head of his church has just said that that is not Christian-like. Will he listen? Carolyn Levitt, also a Catholic, says that she prays before her press conferences and then she goes and decides to lie and defame people such as migrants. Again, the head of her Christian church saying that that's not to be. Marco Rubio, the same thing. Kristi Noem, they just put out a clip showing her praying with ICE before their many raids where they then entreat people in an inhumane way. Thank goodness somebody like Pope Leo is speaking out, because otherwise they are giving Christians a really bad name. And the thing is, everyone gets to believe what they want in the privacy of their own home. I'm not here to tell somebody whether or not they are practicing their religion in the right way, or whether or not their religion is good or not good. Kristi Noem can believe whatever she wants about her own spiritual path. But when you start bringing it into the government and you show videos of you praying at a government event, and then you use it as a justification to do the things you do in the government name with government taxpayer money, well then I and others get a say. And thankfully, we at least have somebody like Pope Leo, who actually is considered a spiritual leader, saying, well, not so fast. If you want to go ahead and do those things, go ahead, maybe, or maybe not. But don't do it in the name of the religion of this man. If you are Catholic, you consider to be the most spiritual man on the planet.
Catholic education instilled discipline and shaped who she is today.
My faith is incredibly important to me. I would argue now more than ever, being in a role that is very demanding and at times controversial, and there's a lot of public pressure and discussion online about who you are and your family, and it could be difficult for someone who doesn't have faith, but with faith, all things are possible.
Our founders didn't get everything right, but they certainly got religion right. The government shouldn't be able to establish a religion, because we shouldn't have taxpayer money decide whether or not any religion is above another in this country, or whether or not we should even have a religion at all. And then they also had the free exercise of religion, because the government shouldn't be able to interfere in your own personal practice of religion if that's indeed what you want to do. That separation of church and state not only protects the state, the government, from the influence and possible corruption from any one church or religion on the government, but it also protects the church from the corruption of political power. That is something the Pope is calling out. Do Project 2025 Christian white nationalists really care that much about religion, or is it about their own personal philosophies and using their religion in order to get there? I mean, you see ICE, what they are doing to protesters, of people peacefully worshiping, and you hear crickets from those same religious people who constantly use it as a mantle to excuse their very bad behavior.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Father. Thank you so much. I know I can. Thank you so much. I know. Thank you, sir. I know. Sir, come on.
Father, what is your name in first name?
Lord, we shall not be moved. We shall not.
Sir, please. Father, please.
That stands by the water.
Guys, you gotta get out of the street.
No, there was no warning for any of these things. After they shot me in my head and my face and multiple times in my torso, arms, and legs, I was shielded by the bodies of others who were there, who rushed in to support me and took many more hits that were intended for me. I was then guided away to a place where street medics helped to wash out my eyes and try to keep me safe. But I was completely disabled at that point. And within 2 minutes, quite a number of ICE officers, maybe 15, maybe 20, rushed out of the gate and began to shove us down. And I was already disabled on the ground, but attempted to get away. And they continued to shove us in a kettling maneuver towards a place where we would not be able to escape as they brandished their weapons. And you can see in that video, ICE officers shoving protesters who were standing and speaking and chanting and singing peacefully and praying peacefully, shoving us down and then dispensing a huge amount of chemical weapons onto us. I was drenched from the crown of my head to the socks.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to add the MeidasTouch podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts for new updates every single day.